All right, let me hit you with something scary. That oil change you did last weekend, the one you felt good about, there's a solid chance you made a mistake that's silently eating your engine alive right now. And here's the kicker, you probably have zero idea. We're talking about errors so common, so sneaky, that even people who've been changing their own oil for decades still make them. Here's a stat that should make every car owner nervous. Nearly 25% of engine failures trace back to simple oil change mistakes. Not manufacturing defects, not bad luck, just human error. Today, we're counting down 10 oil change mistakes that are absolutely wrecking engines everywhere. Some of these will shock you, some will make you cringe, and one of them, mistake number 2, has single-handedly killed more engines than most people realize. This is JourneyAuto. Let's save your engine. Mistake number 10, the ghost gasket. Starting with a mistake that's completely invisible until it's too late. Here's how it happens. You unscrew your old oil filter, feeling productive. You grab the shiny new filter, screw it on, and boom, job done. Except it's not. That old rubber O-ring, sometimes it doesn't come off with the filter. It stays stuck to the engine block like it owns the place. Now you've got 2 gaskets stacked on top of each other. And 2 gaskets don't seal better than 1. They seal worse. Way worse. The moment that engine fires up and oil pressure builds, that weak double seal starts weeping, then dripping, then gushing. Before you know it, your driveway looks like a crime scene and your engine is running dry. The prevention takes 3 seconds. Wipe that mounting surface clean. Visually confirm the old gasket came off. Every single time, no exceptions. Mistake number 9, draining cold oil. This one feels counterintuitive, so pay attention. A lot of folks drain their oil cold. Engine's been sitting all night, they crawl under, pull the plug, and let it flow. Makes sense, right? Oil's not hot, won't burn yourself. Here's the problem. Cold oil is thick, sluggish. It clings to every internal surface like honey on a cold spoon. When you drain cold oil, you're leaving behind all the nastiest stuff. The sludge, the contaminants, the microscopic metal particles hiding in every crevice. The Society of Automotive Engineers has actually studied this. Oil viscosity changes dramatically with temperature. Warm oil flows, cold oil doesn't. The right approach, start your engine, let it idle for 3 to 5 minutes, get that oil warm and thin. Now when you drain it, everything comes out, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Your engine deserves a real flush, not a half-hearted rinse. Mistake number 8, the vacuum trap. Quick question. When you drain your oil, is your oil filler cap on or off? If you answered on, you're making your life harder and your drain less effective. Here's the physics. With that cap sealed tight, you're creating a vacuum inside the crankcase. Oil can't flow freely because air can't get in to replace it. It's like trying to pour syrup out of a bottle without letting air in. Slow, frustrating, incomplete. That dirty oil you're trying to remove, some of it is still clinging to surfaces, trapped by negative pressure. Simple fix. Pop that filler cap off before you pull the drain plug. Oil flows faster, drains more completely, and your engine ends up cleaner. Tiny change, big difference. Mistake number 7, the more is better myth. Let's talk about one of the most dangerous misconceptions in DIY oil changes. A little extra oil can't hurt. Wrong. Dead wrong. Overfilling your engine oil is legitimately one of the worst things you can do. Here's why. When there's too much oil in the crankcase, the spinning crankshaft starts whipping through it. This churns air into the oil, turning it into foam. Foamy oil can't lubricate properly. It can't maintain pressure. It can't protect metal surfaces from grinding against each other. The result? Increased friction, overheating, blown seals, catastrophic wear. The proper method? Pour slowly, let the oil settle for a minute, check your dipstick. You want that level right in the safe zone, not kissing the maximum line, definitely not above it. That dipstick exists for a reason. Use it. Mistake number 6, the dry seal disaster. New oil filter in hand, fresh and clean, you screw it on, crank it tight, and call it a day. But wait, did you lubricate that O-ring? If that rubber gasket goes on dry, you're setting yourself up for problems. A dry O-ring can twist, pinch, or tear during installation. Even if it survives, it creates a weaker seal that's prone to leaking under pressure. But here's the really annoying part. That dry rubber can actually bond to the engine surface over time. When your next oil change comes around, you'll be wrestling that filter off with everything you've got. Takes 5 seconds to prevent. Dip your finger in fresh oil, run it around that gasket. Nice and slick. Now it seals properly, removes easily, and doesn't give you headaches. Mistake number 5, the gorilla grip. We need to talk about drain plug torque. There's this instinct a lot of people have. If tight is good, tighter must be better. With drain plugs, that instinct will absolutely destroy your oil pan. Over-tightening strips threads, and once those threads are gone, you're looking at repairs that can easily hit 4 figures. New oil pan, machining work, gaskets, it adds up fast. All because someone cranked a little too hard. Here's the reality. That drain plug only needs to be snug, tight enough to crush the washer and create a seal, nothing more. If you own a torque wrench, use it. Check your manufacturer's spec. It's usually somewhere between 20 and 30 foot-pounds. Your oil pan will thank you. Mistake number 4, filter roulette. Not all oil filters are created equal, not even close. That bargain bin filter you grabbed because it was $3 cheaper, it might have the wrong thread pitch, weaker internal components, a bypass valve that opens too early or too late. Cheap filters can cause low oil pressure, poor filtration, leaks at the seal, and in worst cases, complete engine failure. The smart move? Cross-reference that part number. Stick to reputable brands. Look for filters that meet or exceed OEM specifications. Your filter is the last line of defense between clean oil and engine-destroying contaminants. This isn't where you cut corners. Mistake number 3, the lying dipstick. Fresh oil poured in. You pull the dipstick immediately, it reads full. Perfect, right? Nope, that dipstick is lying to your face. When you first add oil, it hasn't circulated yet. It hasn't filled all the internal passages. It hasn't saturated that new filter. It's all just sitting in the pan. That full reading is completely meaningless. Here's the proper sequence. Add your oil, start the engine, let it idle for about 60 seconds. This circulates everything and fills the filter. Shut it off, wait another minute for oil to drain back to the pan. Now check your dipstick. That's your real level. That's the reading you can trust. Mistake number 2, ignoring how you actually drive. This mistake has silently killed more engines than probably any other on this list. People blindly follow their owner's manual oil change interval without considering one critical factor, their actual driving habits. Your manual might say 7,500 miles. Sounds reasonable, but that recommendation assumes ideal conditions. Highway cruising, moderate temperatures, no heavy loads. How many of us actually drive like that? Short trips under 5 miles, your engine never reaches optimal temperature. Moisture and fuel contaminate it faster. Stop-and-go city traffic, constant acceleration and braking beats oil down quicker. Towing or hauling, you're putting your engine and your oil under extreme stress. If any of these sound like your daily life, you should be changing oil 30 to 40% sooner than that manual interval. Real talk, your driving reality matters more than any generic recommendation. Adjust accordingly or pay the consequences later. Mistake number 1, wrong oil, wrong results. The single most important decision of any oil change, and the one people get wrong constantly, using the wrong oil type. Your engine was designed around specific oil characteristics, viscosity ratings, additive packages, certification standards. These aren't suggestions, they're engineering requirements. Oil that's too thin can't protect your engine when things get hot. It breaks down. It shears. Critical components run metal on metal. Oil that's too thick strains your oil pump. Circulation slows down. Cold starts become brutal on internal components waiting for lubrication that arrives too late. The solution is simple. Check your owner's manual, match the viscosity grade exactly, look for the right API certification. Don't guess, don't assume, don't cheap out. This is the single easiest way to guarantee your engine runs strong for years and years. Bonus tip. Alright, here's that bonus I promised. Want to take your engine protection to another level? Install a magnetic drain plug. These simple upgrades catch tiny metal particles, fragments so small your oil filter can't trap them. These microscopic shavings float around in your oil, slowly grinding away at precision surfaces. A magnetic drain plug captures them before they cause damage. Pennies on the dollar for legitimately extended engine life. It's one of those small investments that pays for itself 100 times over. 3 free habits that save engines. Before we wrap up, here are 3 habits that cost absolutely nothing but protect your engine massively. First, check your oil level 1 week after every change. Some engines consume oil between changes, especially older ones or those under heavy use. A quick dipstick check catches low levels before they become dangerous. Second, inspect under your car for drips during the first few days. Even a tiny leak from a loose drain plug or poorly sealed filter can become catastrophic if ignored. Catching it early takes seconds.